Hey guys, welcome back to the Down on Movies podcast. It is a new year, new me. We're here. We're excited. Yeah, we're all here. And if you hear those woots, that is not me, just multiplying my voice by 4. It is Caitlin.
Hello.
And we got Michael.
Hello.
And Starla.
Hello.
Yeah, we're all here. We're back for this amazing cast of pods. And we're going to talk... That's right, I am doing it. I am saying it. No, this is going to be our year review of 2016. We've had some good stuff. We've had lots of tragedies in the celebrity world that hits us when you are a fan of movies and everything. We'll be discussing our best movies, our worst movies of the year, some fun ones we saw, ones we're excited about for this year, I guess, because now it's 2017. Yeah. So ones we're excited about this year, and we'll get her going. So how's everybody doing?
Doing all right.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah, we're excited. All right, guys, we did it. Yeah.
Glad to have 2016 done.
2016 is done. It is officially 2017. It is another one behind us. And yeah, that's all I got.
If you carry them,
yeah, we'll harmonize. Yeah, exactly. No, this is actually our second attempt of doing this. We got to just get the elephant out of the room here, or out of the room, and talk about the elephant. Get that elephant out of here. We got it's too big. It's too big. No, we did attempt this once other time. It did not record, so we're gonna have this 2-hour conversation narrowed down to at least half that.
I think so. I think we've got it high and tight.
We got it high and tight. Yeah. That was our It's like when what is it? In The Office, when every time Michael Scott gets a phone call, Pam waits to send it to him, so he can mess up the first time, and then he has a chance to fix himself the second time.
Very nice.
So he'll be like,
"That's what we're doing."
He's like, "Jen Levinson, I presume," and she's like, "It's still me," and he's like, and then so he's like, "Oh," so he'll resend it. He'll actually send it, and he'll go, "Yeah, this is Michael." Like he'll fix it. So all right, so I guess we'll talk about best movies first.
Yeah,
we'll do compliment sandwich. So we'll talk about the best movies first. We'll talk about the worst. We'll get some tragedies out of the way, and then we'll talk about the movies we're excited for.
If only the year were that simple. Let's get all the tragedies out of the way.
Let's get it out of the way. Let's just get it out of the way. Let's just get it done. So I guess I'll start us off. I'll just talk about the best of my top 5, and then we'll discuss some other ones we did. But all right, so starting with my very best one.
Okay.
Best movie of the year is an almost near perfect movie. It has everything you need: action, drama, comedy. Near perfect. 9.9 out of 10. Because you don't want to tell a movie it's perfect, because then it gets a big head and it gets all weird.
Yeah, and Marvel don't want to give Marvel a big head.
Exactly. So my best movie of the year will be Captain America: Civil War. I think they helped all the characters, they introduced them all well, they introduced new characters well. Overall, it was just almost a perfect. I mean, it was almost perfect. I think
it was great.
A few little things that you can kind of pick and choose. So that's why it's like you don't want to say it's perfect. It's tough. It takes a lot for it to be perfect.
I don't know if there is any movie that's like, this is 100% perfect.
Yeah. There's always movies that are close, though.
Some that are close.
Yeah, some that are really close. Like you watch it from start to finish, and you're like, that was like, damn. There's nothing I can choose out of that that's wrong. And then you're like, oh, well, I didn't like his shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Captain's eyes weren't sparkly enough. Okay, so number 2 is Zootopia. I had to put an animated movie on the list, and Zootopia, actually, even though it is animated, outbeat a lot of movies in general of just being really well.
Yeah.
Very funny, heart, good message, everything you need.
Heart, good message.
Heart, and a good message. Another one is one that wasn't really listed as a movie. It was just kind of it said J.J. Abrams' secret project or untitled movie or whatever, and then just dropped a trailer out of nowhere, and everyone's just like, what the heck? And that was 10 Cloverfield Lane. Very good movie. It was one that you weren't sure if it was a sequel necessarily or if it was its own movie until you actually watch it. And even when you do watch it, you still don't really know because it's just them in a bunker for the whole movie, and you're like, well, crap, what the hell's going on?
Very stressful.
Very stressful movie, and John Goodman played. It's weird because he does like creeper well, but he plays like, oh, I want him to be my dad. He's, you know what I mean? Like he's like,
you trust him.
Yeah,
you don't trust him in 10 Cloverfield.
No chance. Another one is my sleeper pick that Caitlin and I saw just from a whim because it had people we liked in it, and that was Me Before You, and as Daenerys Targaryen and Finnick. And I'm sticking with it. I don't ever want to call these people their real names. And it's just, he is this guy who's real big into sports. He has this really great job, and he gets in an accident, and so he's stuck in the wheelchair. He can't move. He's just paralyzed. So she becomes his kind of keeper. Yeah, from the neck down. Okay. But she's basically his keeper, and it's really good. And it's not like it's a love story, but not like throw it in your face love story. Like he's really shitty. He hates her. No, for real. He tries to get her to leave a lot, and like he just doesn't. I mean, so it's like it's a love story.
It's that extreme.
It is. He's mean to her, and they do because they do.
He wants her to save herself.
It's because he's
no
well.
good.
Well, part of it is it's because he's so upset about his lifestyle now that he
Yeah.
pushes people out by being rude to them.
Yeah.
And because she sticks with it is why he ends up being he ends up.
He doesn't
ends
hate
up,
her.
Well, not,
He just
you know
kinda-
what I mean.
He hates the situation.
He hates the
Yeah.
situation, so he pushes
It
it
makes
on
him
her.
poopy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's very crabby.
Yes.
And then last on my best top 5 is Rogue One. I picked it because I think it's Star Wars without it being Star Wars. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like it's not what we're used to.
Yeah.
It's not. Which I do love. Episode 7 is great. I love episode 4. Like the whole story of Luke Skywalker and the Skywalker clan and all that stuff. But this one's nice to see that
It's
it
a
has.
prequel that works.
Yeah, it has a start.
Good prequel.
It has beginning, a
It's
middle,
fresh
and
new look at Star Wars.
yeah,
Right.
it was a way for them to explain stuff that people tease a lot about the 4th one because people laugh about the prequel so much that there is stuff faulty about the originals, and so they were able to kind of fix some of that.
Yeah.
And it was a start, a middle, and an end where it's like, okay, this is going to be one cohesive story with some nostalgia mixed in, and it was actually really fun and very good. So that was it. So that is my best top 5.
You're sweet.
I know. See,
You're
now that
pretty.
thanks. But now this is the second try. I was able to kind of say what I want to say without rambling on for a long time. So.
That's all right.
That's good.
No.
That's very good.
Yay.
You see, my descriptions are shorter this time. Okay. So Starla, you're up. Nervous pretzel. Do it.
Well, some of these. Thank you.
Do it.
Some
Do
of
it.
these are a couple of these are repeats. Civil War,
Yep.
Yay.
fantastic. and pretty much for the reasons you said, it was nice to see them blend everybody together well.
It was a movie.
Yeah, I didn't.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't a setup for another
They introduced
movie. It was
people
like,
without making it like, oh, this is now. Here's what's going to happen
yeah,
later.
Exactly.
So it was. I'm sure for the one person who hasn't seen it, go see it.
Yeah. Spoiler alert: they all die. It was
Eventually.
it was a dream the whole time.
Gosh.
And then we watched this one on Netflix.
Yeah.
Hush.
You did change your list, you
She did.
cheeky
Yeah.
girl.
She did.
I like to shake things up.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's
did a really
it's
good job.
really good, and the
There's
weird
like 3
thing.
or 4 people in it, and it's one
Yeah.
location, but it's so good.
Yeah,
I like something
highly
like that.
recommended.
Yeah.
But
Hush.
it's interesting that the majority of the scary movies that
Yeah.
we enjoyed this year were like Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't.
Nothing in the
they're
theater.
Not theater.
There were a
But-
couple.
They're
but-
changing the experience. They know there's
Yeah.
garbage out in the theaters.
Yeah,
Not
so-
like the movies, but like people.
If you like
Yeah.
something that's suspenseful, it's not overly gory. It's not a
No.
lot of jump scares, but
Yeah.
you are stressed.
Just
You're
the whole
stressed the whole
situation
time, yeah.
is just
Yeah.
very tense.
Every time y'all say
Very
Hush,
nice.
though, there's a Batman story called Hush.
Yeah.
And it's
And there's a Gwyneth
every time you say that, I
Paltrow
keep
movie
thinking
called
Batman.
Hush.
Yeah, every time I keep thinking Batman, I'm like, what?
So nobody out there, it's not the Gwyneth Paltrow
No.
vehicle.
No.
Hush.
Nobody you've ever heard of.
Yes.
Stop.
Yeah,
None of that.
And Rogue One,
Of course.
Hey.
it's
Yeah.
fantastic.
I'll say if y'all didn't, because if y'all took Rogue One off there, I would just shut
No,
it.
no,
like,
no.
like y'all are
we,
the Star
we
Wars
have
people.
a Star Wars friendly.
Yeah,
zone.
Oh,
Michael's
yeah.
wearing
My
Rogue
shirt.
One.
Yeah.
We'll take Instagram photos later of Michael just
Yeah.
posing with his Rogue One
Yeah.
shirt.
We
And you got your little pin. Look at y'all.
I know we're very Star Wars friendly.
Yes. We're Star Wars Pro.
Yes.
So,
Yes. And my one animated one, Kubo.
Kubo.
It's so good. It's beautiful and it's a great story.
Yeah.
And just the work, I know with CGI, computer animated stuff, they put a lot of work in, but
They do.
this, just knowing it's little handcrafted
Yeah.
Yeah.
little
they- I
guys
mean,
that they move
They
with
actually
tiny
had to
little.
try.
just
yeah.
from skill alone. That's why I
Yeah.
love Coraline and
Yep.
Paranorman a lot because
Yeah,
it's just
they're
like
beautiful.
yeah, they're
And
great to look
it's-
The
at.
time to
interesting.
move them and take a picture,
Yeah.
move them, take a picture.
It's
Well, and-
completely
Yeah.
original.
And the fact that
Yeah.
it's it's the computer animations, claymation, or whatever you want to call it, but it's like it's still a great story. It's
Yeah.
very funny. Like you forget that that's what you're watching sometimes.
Yeah,
'cause
you
it's like
don't feel like it's animated.
Yeah, because it's an animated movie without being technically an animated
Yeah.
movie. So it's real good. That's why with those two, it's like you get so invested in what they're doing and what's going on that you're just like, oh, this is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
that's
there's some of
true.
those animated ones they think that they are strictly based for kids and that their attention
Yeah.
spans
Yeah.
and like that you could
And the
literally put.
animation's cheap looking.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
They don't
And
try.
like,
It's like a coloring book for 3-year-olds. It's just those real thick lines and no
Yeah.
detail.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You can tell the difference.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Cool.
And my last one, which couldn't be more different than Kubo,
Oh, no.
Neon Demon.
Just a neon demon.
And
Gosh.
thank you,
If
thank
you
you,
use your phone.
Brooks and Dunn over there. But it's
It's about the modeling industry.
It's about the modeling industry, and it's more of a metaphor about modeling industry and how it just takes these beautiful girls and chews them up and spits them out, basically.
Yeah.
And you kind of have to go into it with that. It's not a literal representation of how modeling is.
It's a take on.
It's a take on it. Yeah.
Because you've got Elle Fanning, who's naive and beautiful, and takes the modeling industry by storm. But will she be able to
handle it?
Overcome
all the competition.
It's not a scary movie.
It's got aspects of it that are scary, but it's not a scary movie.
Yeah. It sounds like it would be.
Yeah.
Well, we should check it out. We might like it.
Yeah. It's very interesting. You'll have to borrow it sometime.
It's real cool to look at, and it's just the way it's shot and the way all the colors, it's really cool.
That can kind of feel how you can kind of describe Nerve. Because it's like there's aspects of it that are kind of creepy, but the whole, snitches get stitches kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it's like, what happens if they tell? And then if somebody tells, you're just like, holy crap, what happens? It's very kind of like...
But it's not really a scary.
But it's not a scary movie, but it has aspects that are like, oh crap,
yeah.
that's kind of creepy.
Yeah. And I think that even though some of it's far-fetched, the idea behind it that's how it is for these girls. They don't know what they're getting into, and you don't know who's their friend. And it's disturbing. Yeah. But it's very good. It's like pretty while being disturbing. It's interesting.
Yeah, exactly. That's cool.
And the music's great.
Yeah, music's
awesome. Music. I like music.
Yes, borrow it sometime and when you're feeling squirrely.
Squirrely. Yep. All right, so that was a joint list?
Almost. Yeah, three on that list are mine. Of course, number one would be Civil War. Mm-hmm. And then number two, Star Wars. Oh, it was very close, but I like Civil War just a little bit more.
It's okay, Michael.
You're forgiven.
Yeah, Star Wars is like you.
Wait till the end of this year.
Oh, yeah.
Kubo was number 3.
Very nice.
And then the other two that are different, the Invitation. Number 4.
Mm-hmm. Which is on Netflix, and you guys should definitely check it out.
It's always Netflix.
I know.
I know.
It's great.
For theater people, you watch a lot of Netflix movies.
I know. We're paying them every month, so we figure...
These ones actually came out in 2016?
Yeah, this came out, I think, in like January.
Because Netflix has a contract with some studios that it's like a Netflix exclusive movie. Like Adam Sandler had like 3 movies come out this year.
Yeah, this one, it was a limited release theater thing.
It was like 1 or 2 weeks.
But now it's on Netflix, so if you guys want to...
Cool.
But
the dude that was in Prometheus.
Yeah,
he plays
the boyfriend.
Oh, yeah.
He's the lead.
Nice.
But it's him and his wife. They get invited to
and
someone.
And Daenerys' boyfriend.
Yeah.
Is one of the leads also. The guy on Game of Thrones.
Oh, nice. Okay. I was like, Khal Drogo, but then I forgot she's with somebody different right now.
The other guy. Yeah.
That's been a long time since
they get an invitation to a dinner with friends they haven't seen in a couple years. So they go there, but they start acting strange.
Yeah, so you don't know if it's that because they've joined this religious group, so you don't know if it's a friendly religious cult or if there's something horrible going on.
Right.
Interesting.
So you really can't tell what it's going to be till you get to the end.
And
so it's a good mystery.
It's very tense, and it was very very nervous.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, geez, dang, we got lots of ideas.
Yeah, it's very. I think you guys would really like that one.
Nice.
And then my last one was Deadpool.
Hey,
I had to be on the list. He was
because your love for Ryan Reynolds.
It is. It is. I'm not ashamed. But
his phone wallpaper is him without a shirt on.
And I don't have a problem with it.
Like, oh, you like Ryan Reynolds? How dare you?
Yeah.
Put the picture away. No.
Yeah, please. Let's not watch Deadpool
again.
Yeah.
Although I'd prefer seeing him in other movies. He's a little prettier in other movies.
Well, the first part.
Yeah, for the first half.
He's all right.
He's all right. He's
cool. But
I know he gets.
It doesn't last very long.
No,
he gets weird burnt body. It's all right.
That's all right. You still like him.
Yeah, come on. Yeah. You like Michael if he had burnt body.
Yeah, but I love him. I don't know Ryan Reynolds well enough to love him.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, you're right.
All right.
Oh, right. So, like, if burnt Ryan Reynolds walked in here, you'd be like, hey, bro. Hey, how you doing?
Sure. Yeah, I'd welcome him with open arms.
That's right.
All right, so, Caitlin.
There's the list. Okay. I can't remember. No, for best ones, pretty much the same as everyone. Civil War. That's a must. Has to be in the top.
Yeah.
Sorry, has to be in the top 5 there, for obvious reasons. My next one is Me Before You.
Yeah.
That Chase said. That one was really good. That was a pleasant surprise because it was one we didn't really know a whole lot about other than it had people we liked in it. So we just kind of went
very funny. Yeah, very
best.
funny, very heartfelt. Like it was actually worth it. So that's cool.
It's a sweet movie, and I would definitely watch it again.
Unagi.
Doctor Strange was another one. I really enjoyed
that one was great.
And I've told y'all guys a little bit, I really liked his story kind of more than all the magic stuff that goes on with the ancient one, but I know that's like 90% of the movie, so, but it was all good. I like his character, and I'm excited to see what they do with him in like the future Marvel movies.
Yeah, me too.
If they're going to be.
Very nice.
I got his approval. Now You See Me Too. I really love both those movies, and I think they did an excellent job with Now You See Me Too.
Very cool. I like the magic tricks in this one were really cool.
Yeah, it was really neat.
And they did a lot of them. There were some things that I thought that was CGI, and then I found out they actually had to learn it.
Really?
Like,
oh, that's cool.
Neat.
Yeah, so that's kind of cool. It has Radcliffe.
Mm-hmm. Yep, yeah. Daniel Radcliffe, Dave Franco.
I can't get the Swiss Army Man out of my mouth.
I know.
What is his other
worst
name?
movie.
Yeah.
Who's the main?
Dave Franco, Jesse Eisenberg,
Yeah,
Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
Woody Harrelson.
Okay.
Yeah.
Both of them were in it, and
nice.
I can never remember his name. I
No,
know
I
he
can't
had,
either.
a picture of his face.
Jesse has a friend.
Yeah. So that
his name
one
is Woody
my
Harrelson.
Choking me. The last but not least is Alice Through the Looking Glass.
Yes.
I really liked that one. That was another good sequel that was a good surprise because you don't know about sequels. It's kind of iffy.
Yeah.
And it's fun. There's certain movies like you can go in there and just... It's not going to win a bunch of awards, but you can go and sit down and enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's
Like
for
it's an enjoy.
entertainment.
Yeah, it's an
Yeah.
enjoy.
Yeah.
Sometimes people forget that. You get all these people who review movies and stuff like that, and they're very snooty in their picks. It's like, okay, you can watch the arty film all you want, but sometimes you just need a movie you can go sit, watch, enjoy.
Yep.
Yeah,
and
it was a different kind of story too.
And it looked better to me. It looked better than the first one. Like the first one looked as good as it could with all the CGI, but the second one actually they had actual set pieces and stuff.
Yeah,
so that's kind of cool.
The point of a movie is to have fun and forget your life for a little bit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You sit, you watch it, you enjoy it.
And lots of times we'll have that where we're going to watch a movie and I'm like, I don't want anything that's going to stress me
Nothing
out.
heavy.
Yeah.
Or I have to really...
Well, that's how I feel. Like if she's feeling...
I get really upset during it. I just want to watch a happy, fun movie.
Yeah.
If Caitlin's feeling cranky, I like to be like, no, we're not watching anything hard. We're not watching
like Disney movies or a romantic comedy.
Yeah, we're not watching dramas.
The movie needs to kind of suit your mood.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And she's always like, I'm fine, let's put on The Revenant. No, we're cool. no, bro, we're putting on Tarzan or Mulan.
That's too survivalist. You'll be out in the yard spearing animals.
I would say that's the thing. She'd be so cranky that she would learn how to survive outside.
You'd be out for a bear.
I'd come home from work and she'd be living in bears' bodies. I'd be like, oh god. Like, honey, that's not the message of the movie.
All right.
Moving
She's
on.
hardcore.
All right. So not everything can be good. You got to watch some turds in the year. So let's get to that.
And it's great when you walk into a movie thinking it's not going to be a turd. That's
the depressing moment.
We were talking about that today. I'd rather see a movie that I know is going to be bad and see it for comedic purposes.
Exactly.
Than walk into a movie thinking it's going to be great.
Yeah.
And then
and then you're sad about it.
Yeah.
No, they're very sad. All right, so I'll start off with mine. I have a couple on here that weren't the worst, but half of it was a good movie, and then the other half was the worst.
It fell apart.
So my number one worst movie is going to be The Boy. The Boy is a pile of trash. Literally, like, it's one of those things, like...
How do you really feel?
No, it's one of those things where it's like, I would tell myself, well, the first half was good, and the more I thought about it after we did this the first time, it's not.
It angers you.
It angers me. Her reasoning for leaving, and which I get, like, oh, your boyfriend's a turd, but move to a different... Like, you know what I mean? Like, go do something else. Don't house sit a doll. None of it made sense.
Yeah.
And then with the whole, spoiler alert, but it's not really a doll at all. It's some 7 foot tall, 300
pound,
then
it takes away
bearded artard of a man because it's just stupid. Yeah. He's just there and he busts through the wall and he's unstoppable and then it turns into this weird chase movie that didn't need to be there.
Yeah.
It's like you take away the whole mystery of it. It's like you're waiting for this big reveal, like, because you're into it. When the reveal takes it all away. Mm-hmm. And I know you can be like, well, with any movie you watch the end. Well, yeah, now you know how it ends. But I can watch Inception and enjoy the whole movie knowing, oh, well, is this a dream the whole time? You know what I mean? Like, it's like you can enjoy it because it's still a good movie. Yeah, the end doesn't ruin.
Or change the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the problem with The Boy. By the time you get to the end,
it changes the whole thing.
The entire,
and it's just the dumbest.
Everything you thought you knew is gone.
Yeah, it's the dumbest thing because they actually had me. It's this weird mystery. Like, is it this doll, or maybe the parents were a little psycho because they lost their child, or maybe the kid. Who knows, man?
Anything.
Then for some reason I thought the guy giving the groceries may have been the kid for a little bit, and maybe he was still alive, and that's why he's still there. So maybe he was going to go bad or something like that. Too, but not a giant man who doesn't know any better living in the walls.
I wanted it to be something paranormal. I wanted it to be
and then the fact the fact that before he busts through the wall at the end, the whole room is like shaking, like something crap's about to happen, and it's just he busts. He's like, oh yeah, like it's just like I expected the Kool-Aid Man to bust through.
That would have been scarier.
That would have been scary. Like I'd be like, what am I watching?
Yeah.
So so The Boy is my ultimate worst movie of the year. I mean, it's just trash. I like the girl from Walking Dead, but that's what I'm supporting from now on because she's choosing stinkers. So
you're done.
Yeah, I'm done. Okay, so another one. Okay, so that one just is trash. And then after that, I'm choosing ones that were just disappointing in different ways. So like Suicide Squad had moments of stuff I liked. It had the character like Margot Robbie did good, Will Smith did good, Jai Courtney did real good. So I enjoyed those three, so I liked it enough for them. It's like everything they were in or what their parts were actually enjoyable.
Yeah.
But the story was very sloppy. It didn't know if it wanted to be a thrill, like a serious thriller or a comedy, or it just went and played 90s best hits, and it was just like this weird kind of mess. Their mission, the whole point was to get them together to be a Suicide Squad, but their mission was to go save the girl that got them together in the first place, and it's like, why was she there? I mean, I don't know. It's just kind of trash. It's all garbage. So Suicide Squad, I mean, that's just kind of what it is. Another one is Purge Election Year, which there's just things about it I didn't enjoy. The blatant racism. I didn't enjoy the
you don't enjoy racism, James?
I don't enjoy racism. On the contrary, what you think. I don't.
Yeah, it was a little bit like we have one idea about how a black man is.
Yeah.
Here's what he will be.
Yeah. And then this is how we feel like
one
black
idea about how a Hispanic person is. Here's how they will be.
And I get in Hollywood that's how it is, and I'm not trying to be that guy who's like, well, this movie has racism in it. I'm not good. Like, that's not about that.
It's overdone.
Like, that stuff took me out of it a little bit, and then it's like there's no stakes really because you kind of understand like. No, nothing. None of it. This guy's like third movie. Yeah. He is the star. He's the Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible. He's not. Nothing's gonna happen. So he kind of takes you out of it. But it did have some stuff I did enjoy. But it just
I hear you.
Another one was The Legend of Tarzan. The first half was kind of stinky when he's pretending to be British, but he's not British, but he is British.
Then he took his shirt off.
And then he took his shirt off, and I was into it. And then, and what makes me sad is these are two Margot Robbie movies because she plays Jane, and so, but then that's when I start to enjoy it is when he gets back to Africa. He's trying to save Jane. You
wanted more of the Tarzan and Tarzan.
Because it was nice seeing him interact. Like he did grow up in the jungle, not in Great Britain. Like he grew up, like he
Professor Tarzan.
Yeah, like he's interacting with this tribe that he already knew when he was younger, and you kind of see some of his family of gorillas and
Lord Tarzan.
Lord Tarzan, and so it brings you back like, oh, this is a Tarzan movie, not you know what I mean. So that's kind of cool. And Christoph Waltz is in it. He's pretty good. Hey. Of course, he's a villain and everything.
Yeah. He's a good villain.
Yeah, and Sam Jackson, and he didn't drop F-bombs every 2 seconds, so that was kind of cool, too. And then my last one is one that has nothing to do with it being a remake or reboot or anything like that. It's just kind of disappointing. It has everything to do with it. But that is Ghostbusters. It is one that I think... there was lots of things I enjoyed, but there was more negatives about it that I didn't enjoy. Yeah. And it was kind of the overdone Kristen Wiig, the toned down but still overdone of Melissa McCarthy. Kate McKinnon I enjoyed. I thought she was Leslie Jones was real good. Yeah. So that was kind of that stuff. The villain I didn't care for.
They didn't do any of that cast favors.
Yeah.
They're really talented women. And they were stuck in a movie that didn't know what it wants to be.
Yeah, I didn't know if it wanted to be a girl comedy, buddy comedy, or a sequel, or a reboot, or a ghost movie. I mean, it tried to be scary in some parts, but then it just wasn't. Mm-hmm. It's kind of how I felt about Jurassic World, and like I love Jurassic World, but the one part I hated was the dude from New Girl because of because they made him. They're like, okay, we're making New Girl now into this. You know what I mean? Like they took it out of now it's a movie, but now he just gets there. He can sit there and just crack jokes for 15 minutes, and we're supposed to love it.
He's the guy from New Girl in Jurassic World.
In Jurassic World, yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let him be someone else. Be an actor. Be someone else, but don't be yourself in everything. And that's kind of what it was for Ghostbusters. So that is my worst. I'll stick to it. I won't yell too much. So there you go.
Until we get to the movies you're looking forward to.
Yep. Yell about everything. All right. Yep. We'll go back this way. So Starla, you're up.
All right. Some of these are repeats. The Boy.
Yeah. Our list is
almost spot on.
This is Michael.
Hey.
This is ours. So
The Boy.
Boy was number one.
Because wow.
Yeah.
And plus, I convinced you with my argument last time, didn't
I? When you love scary movies, you're used to them unraveling at the end. Lots of
that's
them
the point. Yeah, you go to watch it unravel.
Yeah, let's see what happens. And wow, this one once you found out the whole deal, it took away any creepy moments.
Yep,
and
it takes it all.
Some,
that's what I'm saying. The good stuff it takes away from the good stuff.
And I'm tired of scary movies relying on the crazy freak living in the wall or living in the basement or living in the attic.
Mm-hmm. Well, you
or
think
the
it's
barn.
going to be where you go home and you're afraid of dolls.
Like
Dead Silence. You think it's going to
be
Dead
Silence?
Creepy.
Dead Silence.
You leave the theater, no fear of dolls.
Yeah.
That doll didn't
Or just
angry.
You get scared of very tall. You get scared of very tall men. That's the only thing I walked out of.
And it's too easy of an ending. I mean,
it's
every scary movie could end with a freak living in the wall, but I don't want it to. Use some thought.
It's a cop-out.
Yeah.
It very is. It's like watching Harry Potter for 7 movies. Voldemort is this guy who almost killed Harry Potter. He killed his parents, and they get to the end, and some guy jumps out of a wall. And it's just some guy.
Yeah.
It's just some dude. There's no menace.
There's no magic or anything.
He's slightly ill. He's missing his nose, so he was just in a fire. It's just like nothing.
It takes everything you've loved about all the movies.
Yeah, it's just nothing. Yeah, it's just garbage.
And then Michael's.
I was so disappointed in this movie. I was very excited because it was original.
Oh, there you go.
It's happening. I haven't seen anything like this before. It got a lot of critical acclaim before.
Critics don't know nothing.
So number 2 was, and it is a number 2.
Hey,
Swiss Army Man.
Hey,
I can't deal with all the gas,
the farting corpse,
and all the boners.
Oh God,
it's too much.
Yeah.
It's too much.
Yeah, the erection compass was... I don't know,
That's when I wanted to leave. We were trying to have lunch. This was
the
worst movie to eat anything during.
Yeah.
What food?
I'm glad I didn't see that movie because I thought it was something different.
Oh yeah,
you'll have to see it.
But I want you to see it
to know what you think.
Yeah.
We would have sat there. We probably would have left because, I know how Caitlin works.
I wanted to,
and if she walked in there thinking it was one movie, and we sat down, and it was just literally just that.
I just kept looking at him like, "This, you did this to me."
Yeah.
And at the end, it had a chance.
I would have been pouting till we left.
Yeah, she'd have been
very
upset.
It had a chance to make it better, but it chose not to.
Yeah. You think maybe he's just crazy. I would have accepted it. I would have accepted a freak living in the wall. But
yeah.
Swiss Army Man, Daniel Radcliffe
was
bust out of a wall.
hoping it was a dream or he was crazy or something.
Like that, no,
and then Daniel farts his way into the ocean and it's ends.
He really is a farting corpse that could talk.
Like he's going to go help somebody else, but he didn't even really do this guy a service.
Yeah.
He just made him look crazy.
Yeah. It's ridiculous, and I know everybody's all in love with it, and I feel really bad, like something's wrong with me, but no.
Just you describing it to me guarantees I wouldn't like it. You know what I mean?
But I want you to watch it so I know if something's wrong with me. If there's something in there that I'm supposed to be seeing, tell me.
Well, that's why I'd ask maybe if the visuals and the acting was great, then it's at least you have something to kind of work with. But if it's just a bad movie in general, I mean, that's...
Every time
the idea is interesting. Yeah. Had they left out just certain parts, He didn't fart every time? Maybe he farted one time for comic relief and that's it.
And then it's over.
Yeah.
But it was a plot point.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
I can't.
No, thank you.
And every time I'd start to maybe care or something, then the boner compass would come out. And I'm
you're
like,
oh,
I can't do it anymore, y'all.
That's bad.
That's awful.
So, yeah. And then 3, Suicide Squad.
Right.
And like yourself, I love some of the characters.
Which makes it enjoyable.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and I didn't even mention the Joker.
Yeah.
I'll let you do that.
But, I mean, the Joker was an afterthought.
Yeah.
And he wasn't the
No.
best rendition of the Joker I've ever seen.
You could have taken everything with the Joker out and it would have been the same movie.
It'd been fine, yeah.
I thought Harley Quinn was fun. I thought that and I always forget her name. That's why I said.
Oh, Margot.
Yeah, and I thought that Will Smith did good.
Yeah.
I thought Jai Courtney was good, but everybody else, they didn't give them enough backstory or make them to where I cared enough about. Yeah, there were so many characters, but they couldn't mingle them like they did
Katana.
in
She walked in and the dude described her, and that was it. And she didn't even do anything. Like there was no cool scene where like she slashes somebody and you watch his soul come into her sword.
Yeah, nothing happened with that.
That's just it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, her sword may or may not take his soul.
Right.
Yeah.
And that one dude that died as soon as he scaled one wall.
Oh yeah.
Why was he even? You jump up on a wall and you're gone.
I feel like that was a reshoot. I feel like he was supposed to be there.
Maybe so.
Like, or at least longer.
But then, you know, I would rather them have had a smaller Suicide Squad, a different villain, and I feel very sad when comic book movies go wrong because they've got comics.
It's DC. DC has not been able to master good writers or contracts.
All this talent. And it's frustrating. It's like you've got all this just right there for you, but you can't make it.
Sometimes you'll watch a movie and go, oh, they couldn't afford to do that. But this one has
because Marvel has fans writing these things. They have people in these studios. You know what I mean? Like, if they're in the studio, that's because they're a fan, not because they applied. They wrote a soap opera once.
Right.
So it's like, very sad.
Yeah.
They wasted a lot of these characters.
But but the thing is, it still made a ton of money.
Well, yeah, because you got people like us that were like, "Oh, this is bound to at least be fun."
Yeah. So it'll get a sequel, and I know this Joker will be in the new Batman
and the Harley Quinn.
Yeah, the Harley Quinn movie probably. So I mean, we'll have.
And all the music they used was great, but they didn't know how to use it.
Yeah.
So it was like one after the other after the other. It was
just music.
Yeah,
that's something.
Music.
Suicide Squad was a really good music video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great music, great actors, bad story.
Very expensive music video.
Yeah.
Yeah, very expensive. Yeah. $100 million music video.
And then another one of Michael's picks, and this is why he is not allowed to select any movies we see this year.
Oh.
Go ahead.
All right, number 4 was Sausage Party.
Hey.
Own up to this.
Yeah, it was billed as, you know,
they're becoming
today's Blazing Saddles because it was raunchy and it was dirty, but it was also supposed to be funny. But
it wasn't raunchy, funny. It wasn't smart.
It was raunchy and dirty, but it was just dirty, just to be dirty.
For dirty's sake.
Yeah, it wasn't. There were some good jokes, but they were all in the trailer, so you could watch that and enjoy.
I mean, how long can you create a metaphor about people sleeping together using a hot dog and a bun? I'm done.
Yeah.
And then I got a 5-minute food orgy that I wanted no part of.
At the very end, yeah.
The only thing this is good for is if you're trying to diet.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because you're like, now I don't want to look at...
I'm
never
going to look at food.
Never going to look at a carrot again, yeah.
It's just...
Very disappointing.
And then, I mean, we've discussed it, but I have to say it, the whole, now we're going to jump into the real world, and here's a picture of all the actors who have voiced us.
Yeah.
You know, they don't have to do that at the end of Disney movies. I get that there's actors behind these characters, but why do you have to brag during the course of the movie? Like, oh, here I am. I was in it.
Yeah, this one.
I was there.
Yeah. In case you don't read the credits.
We don't see your face.
Yeah, that's really funny.
It was like they all got drunk or high and sat around talking about how funny it would be if a weenie and a bun had sex. And that I bet you anything that was the birth of this movie.
Yeah.
And then they're like, what friends do we have? Call them, see if they want to talk.
Yeah. You want a job?
That's dumb.
I can't do it.
Yeah. And that's the sad thing is everyone loved it. Everyone who I know saw that movie loved it, and it got certified fresh in Rotten Tomatoes. Like it's getting people love it.
You'll need to see that one too, and let me know. Is it because I'm old and crusty? Do I not understand the youngsters and their cool hip humor, or
I guarantee you I'll hate it. I didn't want to go see it already just because the trailers and stuff. I was like, no.
I'm not a prude. Dirty jokes can be funny. And I enjoy South Park and stuff, so I mean, I have laughed at things that are dirty.
Yeah, be smart.
But this was just dirty to be dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like, you know, what a kid might think is funny.
Yeah, that's true.
And these are grown men.
Yeah.
Some of them older than me. What are y'all doing?
Yeah.
What's going on in your life and your mind that has led you to this?
Yeah, that's hardcore, man. That's pretty intense.
So there you go. And number 5, Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
And for the reasons we've talked about. They had a great cast. They used them wrong.
They wasted them.
They didn't know what they wanted to be.
They were all the same character.
Yeah.
Just different,
versions of that
versions
same
of the
they look different. They're the same character, but look different.
Yeah. And I would have loved if the cameos had more meaning to them. Not This dude was in the original. Put him in there doing something stupid.
Yeah. I ain't afraid of no ghost.
Yeah.
I guess some weird crap. Bill Murray got the most action, and even he died.
And that was terrible.
Yeah, I know.
And I guess Ernie Hudson was the only one that they didn't make a fool in his cameo.
Yeah, he was just the uncle.
Yeah. And that was fine. Why not make all of them related to him, or friends of them, or you know, their mentors or something?
Right. Yeah.
So it was kind of the Suicide Squad problem. They had a good cast and a good idea, but it just
that was it.
In the end, it didn't happen.
It didn't do it.
Didn't make the cut.
Nope.
All right, Caitlin, you're up, sweetheart.
I'm just going to be really quick with some of these if they're the same, because some of them are. Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everybody agrees on that. The Conjuring 2, but that wasn't for a valid reason. I'm just putting that in my bottom ones because I do not like the lady in there. They should have picked a different monster.
A
nun.
A different nun, not that one.
That's pretty.
She's just terrifying.
She is terrifying.
The whole story was good, but she was terrifying. I'm like, I don't want to see it again just because of her.
They should have had Julie Andrews in there.
Yeah.
If there's the Sound of Music.
Oh gosh. So we'll skip past that one. The Purge election year, same reasons, all that almost racist.
Yeah, it's intense.
Yeah.
Stuff. It's just, I don't know. I didn't like that one. Of all of them, I was the least impressed. I feel like they could have done better.
Yeah.
The acting wasn't that great. The story wasn't that great. They did better with the other ones. The first one was really probably the better of all of them because it was like something different, something new, and then now it's like, okay, it's been...
I will say that this one was my second favorite of the Purges, but it's still just, it could have been better. And we're talking about this year, so I can't be like,
I think they always try to make it more complicated as it goes on, and more involved, and...
Which I like the concept. Like, the concept of it is actually something I really enjoyed about it. Like, the whole, she's trying to stop it, and so they want to kill her to stop it. So that should have been their main kind of premise, but it worried too much about this guy's shop, and
they didn't focus on
that
her
whole
until
group,
the end.
And
everything else was all a bunch of random crap.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Random ghetto crap.
Right.
High and tight, like this podcast.
Yeah.
Right.
And then
You're funny.
Number 4 is Tarzan, mostly because it's not Disney.
It will never be Disney.
Better. I wanted the story to be like a live action of the other Tarzan, just like everything else that's come out live action.
Yeah,
that's what I expected.
That's what's confusing too.
Yeah.
That's like they were
There's been a bunch of live
that.
actions come out lately this last year and the year before, and that's why I expected it to be, and it wasn't. The story itself was interesting, but I feel like they could have done better. And like he said, the first beginning part is just kind of them like in England, and you don't really know what's going on. And then he goes back, and then he's being Tarzan, and he's got to save Margot Robbie, and it's weird. It's
she wouldn't even call her Jane. She's so disgusted.
I said her real name, unlike you saying Harley Quinn. He wasn't trying to. Tarzan wasn't saying Harley Quinn.
Hey, he could have been.
Hashtag not my Jane.
Yeah. No, it was like it was okay. It wasn't the worst movie ever, but it's in my worst movies list because it wasn't what I expected it to be, and I feel like they could have done better.
You right?
There's that.
You right.
And my last one was Deadpool. Because and it's on Michael's best list. No, I just wanted to see a superhero movie.
That's why he makes that joke in the middle of it.
Yeah.
He's like,
he breaks the fourth wall. I don't like that. They don't explain his chimichangas. Chase can agree with me on that.
Yeah, I don't even think chimichangas are in it.
Well, he says at the very end.
Oh, he says something.
There's like one thing, even though they advertise chimichangas everywhere.
Yeah, it was part of the marketing.
Yeah,
chimichangas. Yeah,
and then in the chimichanga truck, and then it's not in the movie at all.
Yeah,
and he says that he's in a movie and talks to you the whole movie, and I just don't. I don't like that. I don't like that in plays. I don't like that in movies. Nothing.
It was like Sausage Party. He knew he was in a movie, so he's just kind of like, all right.
I'm watching you and you don't know it.
Whoa! Hey-o!
So,
look out.
That's my reasons for Deadpool.
All right.
And that's the end of my worst list.
All right. So, Starla, if you want to go over the In Memoriam section, now that we're done with the worst, we'll make it even more worst.
Yeah. Well, in honor of some of the people that we've lost the last year, just kind of movies that people may want to check out to remember them. And
but what if you don't want to, Starla?
Well, then poo on you.
Yeah.
And this doesn't scratch the surface of how many people we lost, but it's the ones that have
the narrowed down ones and the more media,
more acting roles. But David Bowie, one of the ones we've enjoyed him in is Hunger.
Yeah,
it's a vampire movie.
Very cool.
Yeah, he did very well in it.
Yes, I'm sure.
Different and creepy.
Yeah.
So
different and creepy.
Fantastic.
Like Caitlin watching you and you not knowing it.
Yeah,
right? Any Bowie movie?
The Prestige is really good. Labyrinth is one that I really enjoy.
Really
I think everyone.
The only one I know to name is Labyrinth. I really like that movie. That's what I know him for.
Yeah,
I love
it's good stuff.
And
Labyrinth
the Magic Dance.
Dance, Magic Dance. She made a remix of that song for her cat. I won't say that on there.
Oh yeah.
And Alan Rickman.
Yes.
Who is best known either if you're of one generation for Die Hard or of the next generation.
Harry Potter.
Yes.
Yeah. In between there.
Love your song.
Did so many movies.
Oh yeah, and a lot more in between that too.
Yeah. Dark Harbor is a really good kind of suspenseful.
Quigley Down Under.
Very
good.
Mm-hmm.
An Awfully Big Adventure, which is very upsetting but very good.
Yeah, you right.
Which was kind of his MO. He did very upsetting but very good, very well.
Very upsetting.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I know, and I need to see the Harry Potter movies. I know I'm kind of...
Well, you've seen a few of them, but it's probably been a long time.
We've talked about starting over. So that, because I don't even remember.
Like your marriage? Y'all said that at the same time very quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to.
I need to
jump back in the game.
Yeah, we
have your next project.
Yeah.
Homework.
Yep.
Yes. So, and Gene Wilder.
Yeah. Gene Wilder, yeah. Very nice. No, so I mean, Blazing Saddles is great.
Young Frankenstein.
Yeah, Young Frankenstein. Willy Wonka. Yeah.
That's another one that I knew him for basically just that one thing.
Yeah.
But I know that other people know him for a lot of other ones.
Yeah.
And I've heard a lot about Blazing Saddles. I've never seen that one, but I know that that's a well-known one.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to borrow it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anton Yelchin.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Star Trek and Salvation wasn't as bad as everyone says. I know it's not the first two, but of Terminators. It's not for what it is.
Maybe as its own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just call it Robot Wars or something, and you go.
And Odd Thomas.
Thomas was great.
Netflix.
Yeah.
Netflix original series.
Should be getting kickbacks.
Yeah.
Carrie Fisher.
Yeah.
Obviously, Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Austin Powers has my favorite whole thing.
Yeah.
Her 3 or 4 lines and that make the movie.
The whole movie and her 3 lines. We're gonna take over the world when I die.
And she's in The Burbs.
The Burbs. Fantastic.
The Man with One Red Shoe.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice.
Blues Brothers. Not
it's been a long time
Blues
since I've seen
Brothers
that.
2000. Let's
with John Goodman.
Sure
hey, bringing
everybody
it all
understands.
all around.
Yeah.
Debbie Reynolds.
Yeah, Singing in the Rain, Halloween Town. Those are 2. Yeah, you're right. I'm dancing.
He's thinking about Singing in the Rain, and he's taking over.
I
am. Charlotte's Web.
Charlotte.
The animated one.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Right.
That's a classic you gotta see.
Oh yeah, that was on loop pretty much when we were growing up.
Yeah.
So.
We're good. Keep it going. We're good.
We're losing our host.
We're losing. Yeah, the host is taken away for a second. Y'all keep going. Talk about
like nothing's happening.
I guess we could go ahead and start talking about what we're looking forward to.
Yeah, we can start.
Yeah.
All right.
So do y'all want to?
We can go first.
Yeah.
Okay. Our list like our ones from last year.
This is kind of
very identical.
Okay.
Eichelberger joint.
That's
right. So. Obviously, Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Yes. Very excited about that.
Yeah.
Lots of good Marvel ones next year.
I know.
This year. I guess
Yeah, this year now. As of today.
As of today, yeah.
We've got to remember what day it is.
Yeah.
Keep an eye. Oh, the cat's sneaking in here. They're falling apart here. Oh, gosh.
Wheels off.
Yep. I'll take him.
But the cats had a little something they wanted to add, so that's what's going on.
They do.
But,
and the host has returned.
I'm back.
Woo!
I want to be that voice of reason in the background.
Actually, things couldn't have run smoother.
I know. You can go back.
It was almost better. What'd I miss?
We're talking about what we're looking forward to in 2017.
Yeah, for all you people out there, I had to pee really bad, so we're just going with it, man. If you make it this far, it's like 45 minutes in, so I'm sure if you make it this far, you'll
understand bladder urgency.
Sometimes, I was trying to hold it in, and I mean, if I hold it in too long, I probably would have shit my pants.
Oh God!
Like I hold my pee in so long, I would have shit.
It would have forced out something else.
It would have been a demon.
Oh right. Well,
all right.
we were just
what was the last thing we said?
That we're looking forward to Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Oh, stuff for this year.
You right?
And this is.
Have you said anything yet?
No.
Okay. Just checking.
No, she let us start.
Well, no, that's cool. No, I'm just making sure because I didn't.
We
know
pretty much almost got the same
Right.
10.
Right.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Very excited.
Star Wars.
Of course.
You right?
Blade Runner.
Yeah, Blade Runner. I want it to be good.
Yeah.
But so far, everything they've tried to add on to or whatever, like if it's an expanded thing, it hasn't been too bad so far. Especially because Star Wars has been the most recent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jurassic Park with Jurassic World. So we'll see.
Yeah. From the trailer, it looks like it has the right tone and the right. Mm-hmm. So hopefully.
And here's Ryan Gosling.
30 years later. Yeah.
And Alien Covenant.
Yeah.
I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to see what happens.
Alien Covenant.
Trainspotting 2.
Yeah.
That one looked interesting.
Yeah.
I like seeing McGregor.
Yeah.
I just like seeing him in anything.
You haven't seen the...
I've never seen the first one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I've heard it's
love the first one.
I've heard it's very intense.
Yeah, it's hard to watch.
But it's really good.
But it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. The accents are a little hard to get past. But in the beginning... Once you start watching it, you can understand.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of people complain about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of if you watch what people are doing, you get what they're saying.
Yeah.
You know.
You right?
Split. Yeah. I see the wheels turning.
It could be anything. It could be. No, I actually don't know what that is.
It's got James McAvoy in it.
Yeah. Oh, I do know what that is.
Yeah,
he kidnaps.
It's Shyamalan, right?
One of his personalities.
Yeah,
kidnaps 2 girls.
Yeah.
And he's got several personalities. So they've got to figure out which one of the personalities would let him out before the one that will kill him comes back around.
I think that is Shyamalan, right?
It might be.
It's M
Night.
It
is.
M Night Shyamalan.
But it looks really, stressful.
Yeah.
See, if he takes it because that's not like a simple story, but
he
did
the Visit.
Yeah.
Pretty recently.
Yeah, and the Visit was fun.
It's pretty solid.
Yeah. Get Out.
This one looks interesting.
This is my house. Get Out.
And it's they're calling it one of the most original horror movies to be coming out this next year, but it looks like that this small town is kidnapping people of different races and holding them, and they don't realize it. Like they're brainwashing them in some way and just keeping them.
Whoa.
And this guy and his girlfriend, they're an interracial couple. They go to visit her parents who live in this town. And, this whole thing's unfolding. And he's got a friend warning him that a lot of people are going missing in this area. And he's like, nah.
Yeah.
But it looks like psychological thriller.
Yeah.
What's
Could
going
be real
on.
good.
Yeah.
I dig it.
Cool.
And then you know more about this next one.
Oh, yeah. Cure for Wellness. Spy, the guy that made the...
we can thinking.
Yeah.
Because there's all these little ones, because obviously you have the big ones, but there's these little ones I hear about, but I don't really...
It's from...
doesn't register in my brain.
Gore Verbinski, the guy that made... he made, I think, the original Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, wow.
And then he made The Ring remake. Not Ring 2.
Yeah.
But The
Ring.
But, yeah, it looks like it's like a mental institution or... someplace where they're trying to, cure these people, but they're not. They're actually harming them. But it looks very cool. It looks like like a steampunk type of.
I'm noticing a trend in y'all's excited movies.
Yeah, and then the one we differ on. My 10th one is Death House. But the reason is...
It sounds neat.
Again, I notice a trend.
I don't know. There's not a lot of information about the specific story, but they're calling it an Expendables for horror. So it's got a lot of people like Kane Hodder and Tony Todd and Dee Wallace.
Cool. All right.
So
it could be fun.
Angela
if done right, it could be fun.
Angela from Sleepaway Camp.
What?
So they've got a lot of people from classic horror movies in this one. So I'm curious about it. Kind of see what's up.
Yeah. Interesting.
I went through and I tried to find some scary movies because
you were upset that you didn't have a lot in your 2016.
Like, I've got very traditional happy family movies. I got to throw in some Death House.
Right.
So, and then yours is...
Yeah, my one that's different is John Wick 2.
Yeah, John Wick 2.
So, I was very surprised how much I liked the first one.
And I won't watch it.
Well, as
Dude,
a animal,
you gotta love Keanu.
Well, as an animal lover, it's really, really hard to get past the beginning because of what happens.
Yeah,
but
that's why he goes on a rampage.
That's why he goes on a rampage.
Yeah,
right.
and I understand him wanting to go on a rampage.
It's just so funny to me. This guy's so dangerous.
Yeah,
and it's like what ticks him off is, which could be a big thing. But like, if somebody came in our house and like killed our dog,
and
like
it's what the dog meant too.
Yeah,
because the whole, I don't know if you know the story, but he loses his wife, and he's pretty much at the end, and this dog comes up. And he just begins to take care of the dog, and that helps him get through his wife's death.
Yeah.
So and then
it symbolizes something
for
more,
something to happen to that dog.
Yeah, to the dog. Yeah.
Who saved him?
Right. It sets him off. So, but the second one, I think he goes to Europe, and I want to believe.
And plus, we know Keanu Reeves could probably really kill a man. Have y'all seen that video of him shooting those guns?
Oh no.
There's this video of him going through this like shooting range course, and it's like. He's insane.
Yeah.
No, I love him. I support him. I want it to do well. I
know.
Yeah.
It is a great. If we can fast forward.
Yeah. We'd have to. Because I can't start a movie with something happening to an animal.
Very, very close in the beginning. So I'll get you to watch.
All right.
Oh, and Lawrence Fishburne's in it too. So it's like a Matrix reunion.
Oh, all right. So
is that the last one?
Yeah, that's it.
All right. So Caitlin and I, y'all had some more of the obscure, kind of funner or lesser known or less budgeted ones.
We tried.
Caitlin and I, we're Blockbuster City.
Well, we try to cover the obscure horror,
and then
because you guys cover.
Bro, I'm telling you,
but really both we're looking forward to.
Yes,
we're looking forward to a lot of.
Yeah, we're looking for a lot of movies.
What are your top movies? Like, if you had to pick
look at this list. There was like 80.
Well, then just read the list.
It should be a good year.
Like, okay, I'm not going to describe anything. I'm just going for it. Okay, here you go. Okay. Thor 3, Guardians 2, Beauty and the Beast, because I think Disney does pretty well in live actions lately.
No, I'm curious about
Incredibles
that.
2, because we've earned it. Us kids who grew up with it, we deserve this sequel.
And I would like to see that one as well, because I loved Incredibles.
Exactly.
So.
Star Wars Episode 8, because Star Wars. Justice League, and Wonder Woman, because you hope for DC to finally do something right. You have Logan, because it's his last one. It's an R. It's going to be...
Steve Merchant.
Steve Merchant. Kong Skull Island, because I actually really enjoyed the remake Godzilla that just came out.
It looks cool.
And they're bringing this new monster universe, so hopefully this turns out pretty good. Alien Covenant, Spider-Man, Homecoming, Pirates of the Caribbean 5, because the trailer actually sold me on it. It looks pretty solid. Lego Batman, because the Lego movie was pretty good. It was actually pretty funny. So
Lego movie was good.
So Lego Batman, I think, will be pretty good. And they make fun of a lot of the other Batmans in it. So
that could be worth it.
Yeah. Despicable Me 3, because they realized their mistake with Minions. You don't bring a secondary garbage character who doesn't even know English.
That's why there's no Robin movie.
Exactly. No, but it's just like it's.
There's enough.
I didn't hate Minions, but it could, like, the fact that it was just an hour, like, they won the whole, watch the 2-minute trailer, that's the movie. You watch the movie, there's not one thing they didn't show in the trailer in that movie.
It's just more?
It's just more of the movie. That's just what it is. So it's just, and plus I love Gru and that whole thing. Power Rangers, because I grew up with Power Rangers. I'm excited for this one.
I know.
If they
you sang the song to me every day.
Go Power Rangers! if they pee all over this movie, I'm gonna be very upset. War for the Planet of the Apes. The other two are great. Starlight, you better watch Dawn soon. Kingsman 2. The first one was a surprisingly good movie. Very, very funny.
Yeah, it was a surprise.
All right. Hey, calm down, everyone. All right, so Kingsman 2. Cars 3, because the trailer looks like they're gonna either kill or very harmfully destroy.
I'm looking forward to seeing this
damage Lightning McQueen,
beloved character murdered.
Kill him.
Well, y'all need to look up Cars 3 teaser trailer.
You need to watch the trailer because it's really intriguing. You're like, what's gonna happen?
Yeah, you're like, what's happening?
Look it up. Yeah.
Ghost in a Shell. Love the anime. Got the steelbook behind me.
Yep.
But the one thing I know I'm kind of not upset about like everyone else is, but I feel like they should have kept the lead be Japanese because as much as we all love Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow and stuff, and Lucy was pretty good. I think for what this is,
they make that mistake a lot.
Yeah.
Like, and it's disappointing.
Yeah, it's like just it's its roots. Why is every character like it's set in Japan?
Like the Prince of Persia.
Yeah, it's set in Japan. It's Japanese people making her, and then she's a white girl. It's Scarlett Johansson. Yeah, whatever.
Because they wanted Scarlett Johansson.
They wanted Scarlett Johansson. World War Z 2, that was one that Caitlin put on here because I enjoyed the first one. She liked it a lot more.
The first one was surprisingly good.
Yeah, I really liked the first one. I didn't know a lot about it when I watched it, and I thought it was really good.
Yeah. I feel like this one would not have Brad Pitt, though. I feel like because the book is so big and everything, it's about different stories set in different...
so you get
but it's the same world. Like so they may reference the one with Brad Pitt, or he may be in it. I mean, who knows?
Right.
Annabelle 2, because we enjoyed the first one enough to see the second one.
Oh, yeah.
Pitch Perfect 3. The second one's pretty funny. I prefer that one over the first one a little bit because I prefer Fat Amy was pretty funny in it.
Have you seen any of them?
I saw the first one.
The second one's better. The Fat Amy gets hit with a burrito. Was that the first one? She gets hit with a burrito?
I think so, yeah. And she's like, I've been shot! She just is ridiculous.
Saw Legacy, because it's been a few years since the last song, so...
Yeah,
now it's a legacy, so it could be some fan.
Yeah, we'll have to see it, because, we've seen all the others in the theater.
You want to see a movie?
Gary.
I'll get you up to date. We will do,
Saw
all
night.
7 of them.
And you balance back by showing her all 7 Harry Potters.
There you go.
Insidious 4. The third one, again, I want to watch again for the sake of the first time I saw it and the only time we saw it. It was just people were laughing at it the whole time.
Yeah.
Not like, this is something funny. It's like as soon as something scary happened, people are like laughing.
Yeah.
Or I'm like,
people can't control themselves.
It's kind of like how you felt at Halloween when we went and they showed Halloween at Alamo, and people are just laughing through the whole thing. It's like I get now Halloween the movie can be kind of interpreted as silly.
But if you want to giggle your way
fun.
through a scary movie, watch it at home.
Yeah.
Then you can giggle. You can go wild laughing.
Yeah. So it took me out. Took me out a little bit. And there's only 3 least anticipated, and that is Jumanji. We don't need it. I mean, for the love of God, the man's only been in 2 years, and you're already peeing all over him.
Yeah.
You have Fast 8. Could care less. Aiden, I'm sorry if you listen to this. And Transformers. It's going to be a big, dumb blockbuster movie, and that's the one you know is going to be bad. But if you want to sit there and watch it for the sake of being bad, go for it. But Optimus is trying to kill Bumblebee, which means he's not going to. Because that's how that works. Spoiler: I just saved you money in 2 hours. He doesn't kill Bumblebee. But yeah, so that's it. Really quickly, I know this has been a long one, but really quick, I'm going to say the shout-outs. I'll save that for the end. We have Animation Street Network. Best was Zootopia. Worst was the Polar Bear movie. And that's one that's cheap animation that they're just trying to hope that kids would go see, and it made like $2. You have 22 Tiger Dude, our man that we enjoy his stuff really well. Go check him out. He's very friendly. I help him out on his YouTube stuff a lot. So his best was between Captain America: Civil War and Arrival. Nice. And his worst was one I had to look up because I had never heard of it, and is The Greasy Strangler. And I'm telling you, just type in The Greasy Strangler and read about it and look at pictures. It looks insane. Yeah. I don't know why he would do that to himself. You have the CA Cougar. Best was Captain America. Worst was Dirty Grandpa. With Zac Efron and De Niro. Her was just poo. Yeah. And then you have Tavia Smolka. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. Best was Captain America. Lots of Captain America love. And worst was Assassin's Creed. And you have Samuel One World Reviews. Best was La La Land. And worst was Max Steel, which was based on a toy. Which I'm like, now they're hoping.
Yeah. They're either doing remakes, sequels, prequels, or toys. This is the new Snow Globe movie. It's like they're going to try really hard. So thank you guys so much for listening. Hope you all had a wonderful year. Was that what?
Did y'all have any worst? Like that you're not anticipating?
Oh yeah. Sorry, I'm already saying bye. But did y'all have anything?
Just more of the kind of Jumanji situation. Yeah. Flatliners they're doing.
Oh, that's right.
Leave that stuff alone.
Yeah. I think come up with a new idea, gang.
Yeah.
Or something.
Just doing remakes.
Yeah.
Make a new movie.
Well,
even if the story base is the same, call it something different.
Yeah.
Don't copy them.
Sequels are fine because it's it's a continuation
if you've got
of the
something
story.
new to add to the story, fine.
Yeah.
But don't do a remake. Don't.
Yeah.
I get tired of that. They're also doing Suspiria.
Oh yeah. They should leave that alone for sure.
It's like 70s horror that's great.
It's from Dario Argento.
Yeah.
It's an Italian
and
movie.
they're remaking it with
I remember that.
Dakota
Fanning.
No,
Johnson.
Oh,
50 Shades of Pooh.
But hey, 50 Shades Darker, fantastic for comedy fans.
Is that did y'all put that under y'all's most anticipated?
It's not y'all's.
For the wrong reasons.
Yeah. It's not for the right reasons.
Good Lord. Honey, let's kick these people out of our home. Alright, so guys, thank you so much for listening. 2016 has had lots of good moments, lots of bad moments, but it ended on a high. We've had lots of good movies that came out this year, lots of stinkers. But that's it. So anything else y'all got to say? Anything you want to round up the year? All right.
No. I think we have rounded it up.
But we hope everybody has a wonderful and amazing, safe beginning of the year, the New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, and thank you guys. We'll see you this whole new year, and that is it. That's all I got. And yep.
Yay!
All right, bye guys.
Bye.